Age, pick up the pace, LOI, find no age. Indeed, I am really my effort in vain. The needle my veins, I'm falling asleep. King of the dead, I sever your head. When shit touch the river, my ring will be fed. I touch the sky, no light to the day. I watch my demons because of the sand. Oh, I'm not an orphan. Death feeds my importance. Rest.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. The new season of Futurama really isn't that great. Like, I had high expectations coming into watching this series, but rewatching it, like, it's just not that great. Like, they don't have any real plot points, like, with their series, and, like, it's like they don't know where they want to go with it with each episode. And I've been trying to like look for the silver lining within the episodes, but like they're just kind of crappy. Like the writing really isn't that great. Don't get me wrong; they're very entertaining to watch, but episode 9 really epitomizes how badly these episodes were written. I was going to do this review over like the first 3 episodes, but I ended up having to go to a funeral and I ended up getting busy because I started working again. But yeah, let me start off with episode 1. Episode 1 was pretty okay. Like, I think that it could have been better. I really wanted to see an episode about them going on a delivery, but like, it was a Fry episode, and that's what I was really hoping for, to get a Fry episode for like the first one. The only bad thing about it is that I couldn't see him through like most of the episode. Like, if you watched it already, like, like, you can't really see him through most of the episodes, so that was kind of disappointing. And like at the very end, it felt like it was just obligatory for them to just say, hey, if you need to bring a series back, then do it like the right way and stuff like that. But the way that they've been doing it, it hasn't been quality. Like, it hasn't really been that great. Alright, so like let's step into episode 2 with the Kif episode. Don't get me wrong, like with the first episode I was a really big fan of like the speed acting. Like, I think that was really cool and it expanded upon the world. But going into the Kif episode, I feel like that one could have been written a little bit better. Like, they probably could have waited a little bit longer to like play the episode, but I feel like it could have been like a little bit better. Like, they could have had Kif's parents at the reunion whenever the babies were coming out. Like, they could have like done so much more with the episode and like show like how Amy and Leela can have like a rivalry over the kids instead of like just a simple test that's a trick test in order to like prove that Amy's the real mother of the kids. But either way, it was an alright episode. Getting into episode 3 with the Wild Wild West, like, I feel like there were no stakes like in the episode. Like, during that whole episode, like, it was like they were trying to get out of depth. Sorry if you hear the thunder outside, it's thundering. But they were trying to get out of depth, but it didn't really seem like there were any stakes. Like, you knew that they could have like they could have like they were going to like get out of this altogether, but like there were like no real stakes with it. Also, with the Kif episode, I wanted to say that like the honey thing with the candy that they were making, they could have like played on that a little bit longer, like stretch it out for like a few episodes, have their honey sell, and then like have it like help get the Planet Express crew out of that. I would have thought that would have been an interesting thing for them to like play on that a little bit longer. But yeah, the third episode really wasn't that great because it kind of went like a random turn, and like I didn't really get the limboing scene. Like, that was his son showing that like he learned how to limbo and stuff, but like they literally stopped shooting, so they were just limboing towards the end. It didn't seem like there were any stakes. I keep saying that, but like, just jumping into episode 4, like, I really felt like this episode had no purpose in existing. Like, this episode really was a missed opportunity. Like, with the parasites, like, they invaded Fry for the first time. Now they're invading Nibbler. And, like, I feel like even though there was a change that way, like they still could have made it better. Like I didn't get like the Dune reference because I never watched Dune, but I guess if I would have watched that movie, then like I would have had a better understanding. But I really felt like the parasite should have been instead of Nibbler. Moving on to the fifth episode, I feel like this was the best episode because there were actual stakes. Like they were actually trying to struggle to. They actually had to go through a struggle in order to make it out of this one, and like they literally could have died. So episode five was really good. I feel like it was the best episode, and like I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but like the ending just is not what you expected. So like episode five was really good, but like moving into like episode six and like some of the other episodes, I feel like they could have done like way better with the writing. Like it just feels random, especially like leading up to like episode nine, because episode nine really shows that they don't care about wasting our time and just animating the characters for whatever reason, because it's like, oh, you have these characters that are like well known and that are popular, and you can't just put them in just random scenarios and think that we're going to enjoy it. Like, you can't have them have the randomness of Family Guy and think that we're going to enjoy it like the same way we enjoy Family Guy. No, like Futurama has to have a plot. It has to have stakes. It has to have something that allows us as the viewer to let us know that like we're in the future. We're not watching like Family Guy. It's got to have the jokes that Futurama has. I feel like they could have done way better like with this series. But I don't want to spoil like the rest of the episodes. The rest of them, like, you already know I'm going to say that they could have been written better, and like especially episode 9 where they were just playing commercials for us during the whole episode, which is unacceptable for what we want as a series. There's one more episode left, so I'm going to check it out. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and give me your comment down below. What do you think of this new season? And that's all I have to say. So see you guys later.